And it's funny how things don't make sense. Then the next morning you wake up and they finally make sense. Like, you ask yourself, what happened? I mean, the truth is that my life is uncertain. A lot of things you don't have the answers to. There are a lot of things that you cannot explain, right? But I've quite, come to a place where I can understand that in such moments where things don't make sense, that's when you have to let God do his work. You have to allow God to come into your life and to to touch there and there, so everything else can make sense. It's the same as, have you ever been in that moment where you are preparing yourself for a certain exam and you're studying the whole night or the whole week or the entire month, and you're studying, then the next day, then you get 98% out of 100, and you're like, where did that 2% go? It's like, here's the thing, man. No matter how many times you prepare yourself, you'll never get full marks. That's the reality, unless if you cheat. But you cannot cheat at life, right? So here's the thing: don't beat yourself up when things don't make sense. Just know that understanding comes from letting go and saying, you know what, God, take over. Because it says, lean not unto your own understanding. So many things you're never gonna understand, man. And even today, man, we see so many people, go through life like we understand what's going on. Truth is that, man, I only understand 5% of my life. And that 5%, sometimes I don't even have control over it. You wake up, man, and you find the next day you wake up and you're falling into your old ways, and the next thing, man, things are bad. The next things are making sense. The next thing, you're in love. The next thing, you're no longer in love. It's like, man, you just have to be the best as you can, and show up every single day and apply yourself to whatever it is that brings you happiness, whatever it is that is your purpose, whatever you are called to do. Stop chasing things that won't even give you any sort of fulfillment. But here's the thing, like I said, life is uncertain. You don't have all the answers, so let go and let God take over. I want to give you these last 3 things. They say, first you have to see it in your head, right? You see it in your head, then you write it down, then you give it to God. Ask, believe, and work for it. Ask, believe, and work for it. That's the key thing that we have to understand. He said, when you ask God, believe that it has already happened, then work for it as best as you can. Thank you.